Hi everyone, and welcome to your practice. Start in a seated position and bring your palms together in front of your heart. And press your palms evenly, setting a clear intention for your practice today. And then as you inhale, begin to reach your palms up, keeping them together over top of your head. And stretching up through your side bodies, bring the heels of your hands to the back of your skull with your palms together. And press the back of your skull into the heels of your hands as you root the heels of your hands into your skull. Hug your shoulder blades together, squeeze up through your waistline, release your hands and circle your hands forward to your mat. Slide them forward so you're in like an active child's pose. And then inhale, lift your hips up and round forward to your hands and your knees. As you exhale, arc through your spine and lower your chest and your chin to the earth. Let your heart settle to the earth for a moment. And then engage your core and slowly shift forward into cobra pose, but lift your hands up off the floor using your back body. Root your toenails down, squeeze your shoulder blades together, and reach your heart forward. Press your hands, tuck your toes, and glide back to that active child's pose. Heart is reaching forward. Then as you inhale, lift your pelvic floor and round forward hands and knees. And this time, exhale, unfurl into upward dog with your toes tucked under. Take an inhale here, and then as you exhale, engage your core, press into the earth and glide back down dog. In your down dog, root your big toes, micro bend your knees, and tilt your sit bones up as you press your hands down and forward. Hug your front body to your back body. This gives you just a little bit more buoyancy into your back space. And feel your breath and let it comb through every thread of your body. Remember your intention and anchor there. Imagine every breath breathes your intention deeper and deeper inside your body. Take a deep inhale breath and slowly begin to lift your heels, pull up through your thighs, lift your pelvic floor, squeeze in through your core and round forward to a high plank. As you exhale, pivot both heels towards the right. Root your left heel to the floor and keep your right heel lifted. Press both hands down and forward. Allow your outer left hip to draw back towards stacking over your outer right hip. And then inhale, round forward through rounded high plank, and exhale, pivot both heels towards the left. Root your right heel, but keep your left heel lifted, and press both hands down and forward, just like in a down dog. Stack your right hip over your left hip to get the right side body stretched. Inhale, pivot, rounded high plank. Exhale, look forward with your heart so you come into a more traditional high plank. Press into the earth to squeeze your front body to your back body and then glide a little more forward to lower chaturanga, shoulders aligned with elbows. Inhale, roll through the tops of your feet to upward dog. And exhale, bring both knees to the floor, tuck your toes and glide back to the active child's pose, squeezing your core. As you inhale, lift your pelvic floor and round forward hands and knees. Exhale, unfurl, upward dog, toes tucked. Take an inhale once you're there, and then exhale, glide back into down dog. Allow your foundation to settle consciously. Press through your hands and your feet, pressing straight down into the earth to activate an engagement through your front body, a buoyancy. Remember your intention and feel your breath. And on your next inhale, slowly lift your heels, pull up through your thighs, lift your pelvic floor and round forward, high plank, strong front body. Exhale, pivot both heels towards the right. Lower your left heel and keep your right heel lifted. This time look forward and then look over your right arm, looking towards the right with both eyes, and stack your left hip over your right hip. Then come back through center, rounded high plank to traditional high plank, lower chaturanga. Inhale, press up, high plank, round your high plank, and then pivot both heels towards the left. Root your right heel, keep your left heel lifted, and look forward and then over your left arm. Stack your right hip over your left hip and press through the knife edge of your right foot. Breathe into your right side body opening and feel the left side body contracting. Then as you inhale, round forward high plank, elongate and lower chaturanga. Inhale, press up high plank, strong legs, and exhale, pivot both heels towards the right, this time for a traditional side plank. Left foot stacked over your right foot. Stack your left shoulder over your right shoulder and reach your left arm up. Gaze up over your left fingertips and press through both heels as you flex all 10 toes back towards your shins. Bring your left hand back down to the floor, high plank, lower chaturanga. Inhale, high plank, press up, and then exhale, pivot to traditional side plank on the left side. A right foot stacked over your left. Press through your heels, draw your toes back towards your shins, squeeze your thighs, and root from your left shoulder blade down through your left hand as you gaze up over your right fingertips with your left eye. Gaze to the floor, right hand down, high plank, lower chaturanga. Inhale, glide through upward facing dog, and exhale, bring both knees to the floor, glide back, hips towards heels, and come to stand onto your knees. As you inhale, reach both arms up high, and as you exhale, palms together, bring the heels of your hands behind your skull. Lift your pelvic floor, stick your butt back in space, and pull in through your waistline to create space in your lower back. Puff your chest up towards the sky as you press your skull into your hands. Glide your hips down towards your heels. Slide your hands onto the mat and glide them forward until you're in that active child's pose. Then inhale, round forward, hands and knees. Exhale, arc your spine, bring your chest and chin down to the earth. Now stay here with your hands on the floor or interlace your fingers behind your back. Release your index, cross your thumbs, and then hug your heels towards your butt. Squeeze your inner thighs here, lift your pelvic floor, and try to find a pulling in of the waistline and activation through your core. Release the tops of your feet to the floor, but slide them back. Keep your fingers interlaced. Stretch your legs straight, and then lift your heart up off the floor. Lift your legs up off the floor, squeeze the midline, lifting your pelvic floor, and find a slingshot of your heart forward as your toes reach back. Take a deep inhale, lift up higher, and stretch longer in every direction. Then bring just your right foot, the top of your right foot, to the floor. Release your hands and reach both arms wide. Place your right arm to the floor, keeping it straight. Bend your left knee and bring your left hand beside you and roll onto your right side for a shoulder stretch. Your left toes can come to the floor behind your right leg. Your head can come to the floor, and make sure you claw the mat with your right fingertips. Begin to pivot back to the center. Then lift both arms out wide. Keep your left leg on the floor and lift your right leg up. Keeping your left arm straight, place it to the floor beside you. Bend your right knee, pivot to your left side with your right fingertips to the floor, and step your right foot behind your left leg for a shoulder stretch. Again, claw the earth with your left hand and relax your head down. Take deep breaths, speaking to what you feel with your breath. slowly glide back through the center. Once your pelvis is on the floor, press down through your toenails and inhale, arms wide, lift your heart up. And then as you exhale, reach your arms forward, lift your legs up. Inhale, tops of your feet come down, reach your arms wide. And exhale, reach your arms forward as you lift your legs up. Again, inhale, lift your chest as your toenails come down. And then exhale, reach your fingertips forward as you lift your legs up. Inhale, lift your chest, arms wide. Exhale, plant your hands. And rise your chest to cobra. Take a deep inhale here, and then exhale, glide back, active child's pose, tuck your toes. As you inhale, round forward hands and knees, and exhale, unfurl to upward dog. Press into the earth, hug your shoulder blades together, and inhale, squeeze your chest forward as you pull up through your thighs. As you exhale, press into the earth, engage your core, and glide back down, dog. Inhale, lift your heels and round forward high plank. Exhale, pivot both heels towards the right. Now this time, you'll stay on the knife edge of your right foot with your right shoulder not directly over top of the right wrist. So there's a little bit of an angle there. And try to bend the right knee and root your right big toe to the floor. Reach your left arm over your ear and then stretch your left knee up high to the sky, spreading your toes. Gaze to the floor, left hand to the floor. Bring your left knee to your left tricep and lower chaturanga. Squeezing your right thigh, press down, come back up, sliding left knee to left armpit. And then as you exhale, pivot the weight into your left hand. Root your right heel to the floor and reach your right arm over your ear as you stretch your left leg towards the right, parallel to the floor. It's a lot of things. Press down into the earth, squeeze your left side shorter and allow your right side to elongate. Gaze to the floor, bring your right hand to the floor. Round like you're going to touch your left knee to your nose and then step your left foot to your left thumb. Sink your right knee down and then inhale, rise to low lunge. Palms together, bring the heels of your hands behind your skull. Press your skull back into your hands and match that press by pressing your hands, the heels of your hands, into the back of your skull. Feel the engagement this starts to create in your back space. Keep that and then glide your pelvis back, flex your left foot, stretching your left leg more straight. Then bow your torso over your left leg, but accentuate length. Maintain the integrity of strength through your core. Then glide forward, press into your left foot, lift your right knee and glide into a high lunge. As you inhale, reach your arms up, pressing your palms together. And as you exhale, palms come down to the earth. Press them into the earth, stretch your left leg straight, and bow over your left leg. Root both of your big toes. And draw your outer left hip back and your outer right hip forward. Lift your pelvic floor and inhale, elongate your spine, and exhale to bow. Take an inhale now, halfway lift. Lift your right heel high. Exhale, press into the earth, round your spine, engage your core. Pick your left foot up off the floor. Hover and step back to down dog. Find the earth. Feel the earthy qualities through your body. Connect to your breath and plug into your intention. As you inhale, lift your heels and round forward high plank. As you exhale, squeeze your thighs and lower chaturanga. Press through your hands and inhale, upward facing dog. Hug your shoulder blades together. And as you exhale, knees down, glide back, active child's pose, tuck your toes. As you inhale, round forward hands and knees. And as you exhale, lower chest and chin to the earth. Interlace your fingers behind your back. Release your index fingers and cross your thumbs. Squeeze your heels in towards your butt, bending your knees. As you lift your hands up off your butt, slingshot your heart down into the earth. And very slowly bring the tops of your feet to the floor. Keep your fingers interlaced and slide your legs straight. And once they are, lift your heart up. Hug your inner thighs to the midline and then lift both your legs up off the floor. Release the grip of your hands and then bring your palms together with the heels of your hands behind the back of your skull. Press your skull back into the heels of your hands. Then release, place your hands to the floor. Keep squeezing your shoulder blades together and glide into cobra with the assistance of your hands. Take a deep inhale, pulling your hands back in space to reach your heart forward, and then exhale, glide back, active child's pose, tuck your toes. As you inhale, round forward, hands and knees, and unfurl into up dog. Inhale in, upward facing dog with your toes tucked. And then as you exhale, press into the earth, firm your thighs, engage your core, and glide slowly back into down dog. As you inhale right away, round forward, high plank. Exhale, pivot both heels towards the left. Bend your left knee, root your left big toe. Reach your right arm over your ear and press firmly down through your left hand. Then you can hover the right leg, but keep your right leg really strong. Spread your right toes and then bend your right knee, squeezing your right heel in towards your butt. Feel your left side is contracted. As you stretch your right fingertips over top of your head, feel the right side opening. Then gaze to the floor, bring your right hand to the floor, right knee to right tricep, lower chaturanga, and squeeze your left thigh strong. On an inhale, press into the earth and rise up. And as you exhale, bring your right knee towards your left tricep, shift the weight into your right hand. Pivot your left heel to the floor and stretch your right leg straight to the left, parallel to the ground if you can. Press down, squeezing your whole right side body and reach your left arm over your ear. Bend your right knee, gaze to the floor, bring your left hand to the floor, round your spine and step your right foot to your right thumb. Sink your left knee down, lift your pelvic floor and inhale, rise up into a low lunge, palms together. And exhale, place the heels of your hands behind the back of your skull. Hug your upper arms in towards the midline as you press your skull to your hands and your hands to your skull, just to create a nice kind of presence in your back space, in your cervical spine. Then flex your right foot, slide your pelvis back, engage through your core, and reach your heart forward, bowing over your right leg. Remember, it's less about how far you bow and more about how much integrity can you maintain through your core and back body activations. Then as you inhale, glide into a high lunge, placing the right foot, lift your left knee. Now cinch your waist, tuck your chin, and puff your chest up towards your chin. And then on an inhale, slowly begin to rise your chin, reach your arms up. You can maintain the press of your palms together and see if you can still feel this sweet activation of your back body even as now your palms press up towards the sky. Bring your palms down through your heart, place them to the floor, stretch your right leg straight and bow over your right leg. Press your big toes down and use these as anchor points to assist you in then hugging your outer right hip back and your outer left hip forward. Take an inhale, halfway lift, and as you exhale, bow. Then inhale, lift your left heel high, elongate your spine, gaze forward, exhale, press down, round your spine, vacuum your right foot up to hover, and then step back to down dog. Now right away, sink into all the new things that you can feel. Feeling new momentums of sensation and breath and experience. Find earth and remember your intention. Then inhale, lift your heels, pull up through your legs and round forward high plank. Exhale, lower chaturanga, pressing into the earth. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, knees down, glide back. Untuck your toes, come to stand on your knees. Reach your arms up. Bring the heels of your hands behind the back of your skull. As you inhale, cinch your waist, puff your chest, and tuck your chin. And then as you exhale, pressing your head back into your hands, begin to gaze up. Feel the activation of your back body. Now you can stay here or choose to cactus your arms to the sides. Now if you feel any kind of compression in your lower back, please use your hands on your sacrum for support. Engage your core and slowly begin to rise up. Head comes up last. Place your hands to the floor and slide them forward into the active child's pose. Then as you inhale, round forward, hands and knees. Exhale, arc your spine, lower chest and chin to the earth. Interlace your fingers behind your back, bend your knees, and squeeze your heels in towards your butt. Slingshot your heart down into the earth and feel the activation of your hamstrings hugging your heels to your bum. Then release that activation, tops of your feet to the floor. Slide your legs straight as you peel your heart up off the floor. Release the interlace of your hands, lift your legs high and reach your arms straight forward. If you can, try to get your arm bones by your ears. Then place your hands to the floor and inhale, rise your chest into cobra. Exhale, glide back, active child's pose, tuck your toes. Then from here, inhale, rise to stand onto your knees and bring the heels of your hands behind your skull. Cinch your waist, puff your chest, and then as you exhale, unfurl your gaze towards the sky. Staying here, or you can cactus your arms or use your hands onto your sacrum. Press into the earth and inhale, lift your pelvic floor and begin to rise. Exhale, place your hands to the floor and slide them forward, active child's pose. As you inhale, round forward, hands and knees. And exhale, arc your spine, lower chest and chin down. This time, slide your hands back so that both of your arms are underneath your belly and your palms are facing the earth. Chin to the floor, or you can bring your lips down to the floor. Press your left foot down, left leg down, and lift your right leg up. Lift your right leg up from the right inner thigh rather than from the outer thigh. Bring your right foot slowly back down to the floor. Press it down into the floor and reach your left leg up. Again, lift your left leg up from the inner seam of the leg. Spread your toes and root down through your right leg. Slow motion, bring both legs back down to the floor. Press the tops of your feet in the floor and pull them towards you to create a lift through your bum. Then bend your left knee, heel in towards your butt. Reach your right leg high and see if you can place your left foot onto the front of your right thigh. Keep it there propped, or don't prop it. Use your back body to keep it lifted. Lower your right leg, bend your right knee. Then stretch your left leg straight up and see if you can place your right foot onto the front of your left thigh to prop it, or don't prop it. Use your back body to create a big lift. Press the right knee down. Bring both legs back to the floor. Release your hands out from underneath you and come onto fingertips. As you inhale, peel your heart up into a cobra, as high or as low as feels yummy in your body. And as you exhale, glide back to an active child's pose. Find your hand position, press them down, reach your bum back and your heart forward. As you inhale, round forward, hands and knees. And as you exhale, arc through your spine and glide back, hips towards your heels. As you inhale, lift your pelvic floor and find a big round through your spine forward to hands and knees. And as you exhale, arc through your spine and undulate back through your spine, hips towards heels. Inhale to round forward, and exhale to unfurl into upward dog with your toes tucked. Take a deep inhale here, and as you exhale, slow motion, glide back, downward dog. Now feel your foundation, feel your hands and feet pressing. Feel your breath and remember your intention. Just let all of these things be like a home base. Stay tuned into all of the sensations that have bloomed from this movement. As you inhale, round forward, high plank. Strong legs, exhale, press into the earth as you lower chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. And as you exhale, knees down, glide back, slow motion. Active child's pose. As you inhale, round forward, hands and knees. And exhale, unfurl into upward dog. Take a deep breath in here. And then as you exhale, press into the earth. And slowly, as though you're going to go back to down dog, but pivot all the way into side plank on the right side. Then bring your left hand back to the floor. And as you inhale, unfurl into upward facing dog, toes tucked. Exhale, press down, round your spine. Let your butt lead you into side plank on the left side. I thought that was really funny. But it is really like your butt is pulling you back and to the left. And then inhale, glide back into upward facing dog. And exhale, press into the earth, engage your core, and glide into side plank on your right side. Inhale, unfurl, upward facing dog. Exhale, press and glide into side plank on your left side. As you inhale, right hand comes down, unfurl into upward dog. And again, exhale, glide into side plank on your right side. Place your left hand back to the floor and inhale, unfurl, upward facing dog. And as you exhale, glide into side plank on your left side. Place your right hand down and inhale, glide into upward facing dog. And then exhale, knees down, glide back, hips towards heels. As you inhale, rise to stand onto your knees, reach your arms up. And you can cactus your arms or bring the heels of your hands behind your skull or hands onto your lower back. Cinch through your waist, puff through your chest, and tuck your chin a little bit towards your chest to create more space through your upper back. Place your left hand to your sacrum with your fingertips pointing up or down. Take a deep inhale, reach your right arm straight up by your ear, and then as you exhale, begin to arc up and back. Press into the earth, engage your core, and begin to rise all the way up. Inhale, reach both arms up towards the sky, and exhale, bring the heels of your hands to the base of your skull. Stick your butt back, cinch your waist, puff your chest, take a deep inhale into your chest, and then as you exhale, bring your right hand onto your sacrum. As you inhale, cinch your waist and stretch your left arm straight by your left ear, pulling from your left fingertips into the back of your heart as you arc up and back. As you inhale, press down and rise all the way up, and as you exhale, bring your palms down together in front of your heart and slowly sit back onto your heels. You can release your hands onto your thighs with your palms facing up and close your eyes. And right away, move your awareness into the sensations that have erupted from your practice. Can you feel all of the bubblings of circulation? And just receive what you feel. And imagine that you're receiving it just like you're underwater and you're swimming through thousands of little bubbles. And you feel the touch of each one, and you just receive it and then you let it go. And then you feel the next one, and you receive that touch, and then you let it go. In this way, it's this practicing of allowing every part of your experience to touch you, to be received, and also to let go. Begin to come forward, bring your hands to the floor, tuck your toes, and lift your hips. Then walk your hands back towards your feet or your feet towards your hands and come into a ragdoll. You can completely allow your spine to fall towards the earth like a waterfall. Drop your head, drop your hands, drop your shoulder girdle. Interlace your fingers behind the back of your skull. Hug your wrists in at your neck to find a little bit of a tractioning for your cervical spine. And stay with the feelings of tractioning, of elongating passively. We've done so much active engagement in this practice. Now moving into softness, allowance, stillness, and surrender. Letting everything begin to melt. Begin to drop your arms down towards the floor and slowly, slowly bend your knees, bringing your bum to the floor. Then roll all the way onto your back, press your arms down into the floor as you roll into your back, and bring your legs up and over top of your head for a plow position. Now, if this does not serve you, then just roll onto your back and bring your legs straight up in the air. In plow, make sure you root the back of your skull so that the engagement of the back of your neck remains intact. You can interlace your fingers behind your back and press them down into the earth. Press your wrist bones and your forearms down. This pose is so sweet right now because we've done so much back body engagement. Begin to release your hands and press your forearms and palms down into the earth. Engage your core and begin to unfurl your spine. Lower your legs just to hover a millimeter off the floor, and then exhale to bring your legs back up and over your head. Inhale, unfurl down. Exhale, lift and curl. Inhale, unfurl down. Squeeze your core and exhale, lift. As you inhale, slowly unfurl and exhale. Again, feet over top of your head. Inhale, last one. Exhale, curl up. And then slow motion, engage your core and curl all the way down. Release your legs into Shavasana position. Get all of your wiggles out. And then bring your palms up towards the sky with your arms on the floor. Dig your heels straight down into the floor. And then begin to point your feet and flex your feet at a rhythmic pace so that your body begins to jiggle and move kind of like you're a water balloon and you're just trying to move all of the waters inside your body. Let your head go with the motion. It'll start to nod. And just feel all of this internal jiggling. Imagine that you're sifting stones, so you're sifting out all the little dust particles to refine. And then do this for as long as feels good. When you feel like you're satisfied, then release all your bones into Shavasana. Let everything go. Physically drop your bones. Drop all of the liquids of your body. Drop all of your tissues. Drop your skin. Mentally drop all your thoughts. Just drop them. Drop all of your emotions. And anything that arises, just like those bubbles, let them or it be realized and then dropped, just dropped. Stay here for as long as you can until your body tells you that it's done processing and digesting and integrating. I hope you have a beautiful day, and thank you so much for practicing with me. We'll see you next time.